Gentleman yields back. For what purpose does the gentlelady from California seek recognition?
To strike the last word.
Gentlelady is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I'm really pretty disappointed by some of the rhetoric and arguments and positions that have been advanced today. And I think it's important to just refresh ourselves with some facts. Gun violence is now the leading cause of death for the children of America. America is basically the only country in the world that experiences mass shootings constantly on a regular basis. Countries that have regulated assault weapons and taken action don't have solved these problems. Take a look at New Zealand and Australia. You know, we have to do something. Americans are experiencing an unacceptable level of violence because of the prevalence of assault weapons by unstable people. And what is being recommended here is modest, but would do some good. You know, in my own district, we've experienced this trauma. In 2019, at the annual Gilroy Garlic Festival, a young man with an assault weapon, an semi-automatic rifle, killed 3 people and wounded 17 others before killing himself. Now, California has strong gun controls, but he went over to Nevada and purchased these weapons and then brought them back to California. That's why we need to have a nationwide approach. Now, even if we can't stop all gun violence through these measures, the common sense provisions in the bill before us today will do some good and it will save lives. And I'd just like to say that the recent polling indicates that 89% of Americans support universal background checks. 86% of Americans support red flag laws, and a whopping 70% of Republican and Republican-leaning voters support universal background checks. We do know that gun violence can be countered through some of these provisions. You know, I was out listening to constituents in the last couple of days, and several of my constituents, gun owners, came up to me pleading with me to do something. They pointed out that in their view, it was unwise to allow immature individuals, 18, 19-year-old kids, to go out and buy legally assault weapons. And as one of my constituents said, you know, that kid can't go out and buy a beer. That kid can't go out and rent a car till he's 25, but we're selling these lethal weapons to him. That doesn't make any sense. So I hope that we can stop being the only country on earth where mass shootings are a near daily occurrence. And I think part of achieving that will be to pass the bill before us and to stop talking and throwing dirt in the air and confusing the situation with extraneous discussion. I think we owe the American people better than that. And I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Gentlelady yields back. For what purpose does Ms. Dean seek recognition?
Mr. Chairman, to strike the last word.
Gentlelady is recognized.
I just wanted to tell a story about how I started my day. It's one of the best